Welcome, I'm Steve. I sure wish we could have had our usual party gathering our friends and celebrating Kate, but the show must go on. Kate came from her native South Australia and was teaching in the art department at UT when she came here for a Keith Carter show in 1996. She told me she was a photographer, but she wisely did not talk about her work at another guy's gig. When I went to see it, I had high expectations, but my expectations have been exceeded for 25 years now. We've done a show most of those years, but we always have her art on hand to be seen. Kate's work is photography based, but is embellished with paint, pencil, gold leaf, thread. The work in this show is a photograph embellished with pastel and pencil. Her biggest archive, now numbering 630 pieces, is at the Whitliff Collections at Texas State University, founded by our dear friends, Bill and Sally Whitliff. Let's take a walkabout, as they say in Australia.
On a trip to the Netherlands, I became enamored with the beautiful deep maroon black tulips with names like Queen of the Night that were in the flower markets in Amsterdam. I was also fascinated with the history of the flower, the tulip mania that gripped the country during the Dutch golden age of the 17th century, and the attempts to breed a truly black flower. I began researching how I could grow the bulb in the Tucson desert where I live. I mail-ordered and distributed black tulip bulbs among 8 of my women friends who agreed to grow the flowers in exchange for portraits of themselves with the tulip they had grown for me. So it was a collaboration of sorts. The result is a series of large hand-coloured black tulips in vintage frames. This work is really a reflection of my love of botany, history, and of course female friendship. Growing up in rural Australia, most of my family were avid gardeners. As children, we played in rambling gardens and made garlands and daisy chains to adorn ourselves. It's not surprising that I've been photographing flowers for 40 years now. I find them fascinating. Flowers were around long before animals, about 140 million years. There was estimated to be 400,000 species of flowering plants on Earth. As you know, the sole purpose of a flower is reproduction, and the colour and scent is to attract pollinators. It's this fabulous symbiotic promise made in nature. I think we're all attracted to flowers. In every culture they are symbols. We use them to signify love and fertility at weddings and bring them to funerals to represent grief and loss. You can look up each and every flower's symbolism and it's fascinating. They're a whole other language. They've been the subject of art since the beginning. We praise them in songs, poetry and paintings. But their beauty is brief. They die and decay. I sometimes find them more beautiful when they wither and droop. This transition is a whole other kind of beauty.
This body of work Kate calls orotones. She has printed on glass digitally from the back and then hand gold leafed with 24 karat gold. Again, taking a 19th century process into the modern times. No matter who we have on the walls, we keep this table full of orotones at all times. She has done about 450 different ones. Thanks for the virtual visit. Please come in person. We practice safe art.